Okay, we now have a working movie, but sometimes you might not have a working movie. Sometimes things may go wrong, and if your matching exercise doesn't work properly, there are several places where you could have gone astray. A major source of problems is when you move your matching bitmap and simple shape sprites after you've attached and configured the matching behavior. For instance, you attach the behavior to square. Then if you go up to the square cast member in 10 and you move it into 15, all right? Take 10 and move it into 15. Well, of course, your square is set to look for sprite channel 10, so your behavior won't work anymore. So this is why you want to sort of plan ahead, and lay everything out, lay all your images out first, and then attach your behaviors, because that will avoid problems like that 9 times out of 10. Another mistake people sometimes make is using something other than a text or a field or a bitmap cast member as the draggable object. Or they sometimes will use something other than a bitmap or a simple shape as the matching object. And this can cause the draggable objects not to be properly centered over their targets. Only text fields and bitmaps will work as draggable items, and only simple shapes and bitmaps will work as the matches. Okay, so if you use something other than that, you're going to have problems. All right. Another reason that draggable objects may not be properly centered over their targets is, and we saw this before, is if the registration point of any bitmaps used is not centered properly. Remember, we had this circle, and the registration point for the circle was way over here. And if we tried to drag it, and then it would center it based on that registration point, and it would be screwed up. So, basically, you want to watch out for that. Make sure that all your bitmaps have their registration point centered directly over the center of the bitmap. Finally, you may have trouble. Your stoplights may not work right. You may get some weird, effect where instead of the stoplight lighting up, it switches to say like this bitmap or something strange like that. Well, that's because you perhaps haven't put your stoplights in the right spot in the score. The stoplight, the green light dimmed, has to be in channel 4. The red light dimmed has to be in channel 5. That's because this responses movie script that we have refers to sprite 4 and 5 as where these things are. And so if you move them, it's going to look in 4 and 5, and it's going to screw up. So, I guess you could change these numbers, but that's a lot of trouble. I would just keep them in 4 and 5. All right? So green light dim goes in 4, red light dim goes in 5, and you won't have problems. Okay? Hope you have fun making your matching exercise.